Alright guys, we're back on our spot. If you look behind me, there's some big rocks right here. Huge boulders, man. There's even a big one way up there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but right up there. Huge boulders, man. So what that tells me is there's big gravels in here, big quartz, and bigger gold. Had a little accident about a week ago. Slipped down one of the hills, and I threw my back out. And I slipped my disc, and I had done 2 therapy sessions on rehab, and I'm not bending over much, and I'm not digging much. I am scooping today. Be a scooper, and we're gonna see what kind of gold's sitting on the very top of the bench here. If you look back around, it scoops right there up against the top of the bank. So the water's scooping and it's flying out off the top of this bar, and it's laying out the gold. It's washing all the material and leaving the heavies. So today we're going to run the box, and I'm going to set you up so you can see it, and we'll see what kind of gold we find up here around the bigger cobbles. I'm just digging out part of the bar here, and I'm testing it. There seems to be a lot of overburden, a lot of float, but bigger gravels. I mean huge quartz. There's just huge quartz sitting on the bank over here, guys. And I'm seeing gemstones coming through the box. See the gemstones. I will be grabbing the bigger pieces of quartz. That piece might have gold in it. It's a nice piece of muddy chocolate quartz. That's the stuff I find the gold in. And it's just all over on this bar, on this top of the bar here. So if my suspicion is correct, the better gold's going to be up here, higher. Now we won't know that until we test a few buckets and run it through. Because the idea is to get a good test, run the material, and pan it out. As you can see, my gravity sluice is working great. I just kick out a few extra rocks here and there. Try not to bend over too much. My back is on, my back is basically on probation. So there's a nice piece of quartz. You can see the quartz coming out. Good stuff. And we're going to dig a hole right here on top of the bar. The water's up a little higher than it was the other day. I could sample that same area, but I don't want to because the water's a little high. In case we get a water surge, this river's kind of known to come up pretty fast. I don't want to be stuck out on the bar, you know, where the water is coming up above my knees. Not trying to do the swimming today. Not trying to do any swimming. So I'm just scooping material, trying not to bend over, and I'm grabbing the quartz. Look, I mean, every other scoop has a piece of quartz and a piece of magnetite. See the black stuff? That'll get crushed too. I like to save the magnetite. Magnetite can have gold in it. Despite what a lot of miners say, it's good material to sample from if you're crushing quartz. Because these giant, look at this, guys. This is what I'm talking about. That is a huge piece of quartz with black magnetites inside it. That is part of the gold vein. That's why we're here, guys. The gold is sitting right here. I mean, it's just sitting here. Large pieces of sandstone, quartz, and magnetites. And they're just coming out of this big hole right here. We're going to test. We're going to get a good test on this hole today. And hopefully we find some gold. I don't know. I haven't tested this high. Full-time painting. On the spot. No bullshit. Just the gold. Clear this out. Use a scooper. Make this a little bit easier. Try not to hurt ourselves. The idea is trying not to bend over here, guys. But look how easy my box clears out. I know my gold's in the pan, if there isn't. We're going to set the box back up. We're going to pan it on the spot, right here on the river, in the hole. Same hole we're digging, just in case. We dig it back out if I lose any gold. See how that works? Same hole we're digging. That's my panning hole. This is how you test properly. And you want to know what's in a river. Just in case you lose some gold. We're going to tap it back. Check it for gold. Now I don't know if there's any gold this high up. I really don't. I suspect there may be. And there is. Not looking like beautiful gold. But there are two small micro specks. Two small micro specks. Not worth showing on camera yet. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep testing until we got something to show on camera. And that's how this works. So I'm just going to keep going. I know I'm on some gold, but I haven't found any bigger specks. So I'm going to move a few of these bigger rocks around. Get them out of my way. We're going to keep sampling, guys. We're going to keep testing, flipping over rocks, moving this material. Because the deeper we go, the better the gold could get. We're just going to keep going, man. I'm not going to grab every piece of quartz I see, but I'm going to grab the big ones that look nice and juicy. There are a few nice and juicy ones here, and those are going home with me. And they got color to them and black in them. I like them. They're going home. Now, those two microspecks, we know we got two microspecks in the pan. We're going to keep track of the two microspecks. And then we're going to take the quartz. We're going to start piling this quartz up because it's filling up my pockets. That's how much quartz is in my pocket. It's getting heavy. I don't need all that extra weight. Don't want to lose my cart keys. I'll be screwed. We're going to take a bunch of this quartz out of my pocket. We're going to start putting it in a pan. We don't want the digging to get any harder than it has to be. So all my quartz rocks are going to go in the pan. And then we're going to tally the gold at the end of the day. That's how this is going down. You want to be careful when you're out on these rivers. The last thing you want to do is lose your car keys in the water, in a hole. There's another piece of quartz that's going in there, man. It's just laying in here all over the place. That's why I know there's gold in here, because of the quartz. The quartz is just loaded in here, man. Now, is there a lot of gold? No, it doesn't mean there's a lot of gold. It may not have settled out this high on the bench. Okay, guys? It's quite possible that it didn't settle out this high. Most of the gold could be 10 foot that way. And that's okay. Because all we're running today is a test. We're just getting my back into shape. And we're getting footage on camera for you guys, okay? We're doing real tests, real time. We just want to know what's in here. And we don't really care if it's like super rich on this side. We just want to know, hey, we tested it. We dug some of that material and didn't find very much gold. That's okay. Because a proper test is going to give you a good idea as to how much gold is in one area. There could be tons and tons of quartz in here and not much gold. But that's how we figure out where the pay layer is. Good. Here we go. Running material. Sampling material. I'm just testing out my back today, and I'm testing out the top bench. I don't really care if there's not a lot of gold here. At least it tells me not to dig this area in the future. More quartz, black magnetites going in the pan, guys. We're going to crush all that quartz because we know that's where the gold was coming from. We're going to get it out. We're going to test it, guys. Test, 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 man. To be a good prospector, you got to test constantly. It's the only way you're going to know if you're on some good gold, man. And you got to get down in a hole. There's more quartz going in the pan. Yeah, we're going to save the good stuff? Yeah. If we find any good gold, yeah, we're going to save it. We're not going to give it back to the river. Why would you give gold back to the river? Why would you seed a river that already has gold in it? God did it for you, man. Take it home. That's your collection. We don't give gold back to a river. That's some Greek mythology shit, man. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you back my gold. No, thank you. My gold's going home with me. More quartz right there. Gold vein. I love finding gold veins in the fucking top of the river. That's just more gold for me in the future. I love the idea of getting more gold in the future. Now, see, I'm digging this hole pretty deep because I want to know if I get deeper, does the gold get better? Am I going to hit some clay bed here? And is the gold going to get a lot better? That's the real question. I just want to get down in it and find out. Look at that piece of quartz, my God. Look at this, guys. That is a huge piece of quartz, man. Look at that in my hand. Humongous. That looks like what they call bull quartz, or, you know, at the top of the vein, the white stuff. Look at that. Let's overload the box, Jason. Yeah. How about we run some water through it? Anyways, no problem. This box can handle it. Yeah, this box can handle it, man. That's what it's all about. if you engineer your shit correctly, and you run it correctly and you set it up, and it's level, you got the proper water flow, you're going to catch all your gold, guys. It's inevitable. Gold's really heavy. It's not going to make it through these little micro cracks. Gold's always going to sit down, man. Every time. I'm not blowing gold out of this box. There's no way. This gold's getting trapped. But once you see the material clear out, it's time to put more in. You don't want to run it dry with just straight water. You want material constantly feeding the box. This is the proper way to do it, guys. This is it. We're in the money. We're in the money. Alright, more quartz. Going home with me. I'm going to show you guys how much quartz is sitting in this hole. You're going to get to see these huge pieces of quartz coming out. And the gold. That's why I do this channel. I want to show you what's in the river. Here's a huge piece of jade. This is called river jade. That's a large piece of jade. Jade can have gold in it too. Common river jade. Look that up. You can fact check my stuff, man. All my information. You can fact check it because, believe me, Google doesn't change its search results. If you ever have a question, you can ask Google, what the hell is this rock? Google's always going to tell you what the hell it is. Looks like common river jade. Okay, it's more than likely common river jade. More quartz going in the bucket. I'm liking the amount of quartz I'm seeing. But I'm bending over a lot. I'm not liking that. So I'm not trying to bend over as much. I'm just trying to move the damn material. And sample test this thing. That's okay. At least we know we're on the gold, man. At least we know we're on the gold. We've seen 2 microspecks. We're getting into some vegetation. That could be a good sign. We're going to kick these out. We've got a large tailing pile already. I think we've already got a bucket and a half, maybe a bucket, give or take. That's a pretty good test for one pan. Now we already did one pan, but it wasn't even a half of a bucket. I just wanted to see if we were on some gold, and we are. We're definitely on some gold right here. We're gonna keep moving this material and keep saving this quartz. I love saving my gemstones. I'll show you all these later. You get to see them at the end of the video. That's the best part of the video, man. The end. It means you watched it all the way through. And if you made it this far, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe button. Ding ding. Let's blow this channel up, because at 50,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a gram of gold. And that's probably every ounce of gold, every speck of gold I've ever found on an Oklahoma riverbed. Alright guys, we're back. I'm going to do a little bit more digging, and then we're going to pan this out and see what happens. I'm not expecting a miracle. I'm not even expecting more than 10 pieces of gold here, guys. I'm just doing a 2-bucket sample, and I'm going to show you the bull quartz coming out of here. Some of this bull quartz might have gold in it. There is just a ton of it, guys. I mean a ton of it. It's everywhere in this hole. I'm hoping I hit the clay bed. But so far, no clay bed. Not finding any clay. And that's okay. As long as we're on the gold, I really don't care. My hole is getting deeper, and you can see how fast it is moving the material. Our tailings pile is probably 2 buckets, maybe a bucket and a half, give or take. As long as it's over there, I don't care. I don't want to rerun my tailings. At this point, we're just sampling. So I'm just trying to get this hole bigger where I'm digging. My back is burning a little bit, so we probably need to take it easy. But it's feeling better today than it's felt in 8 days. Man, I slipped down a hill, slipped my disc again. It was bad, guys. It was not good. It was bad news. Bears. Bad News Bears, man. You ever seen that movie? Bad News Bears. I loved that movie growing up as a kid. One of my favorite movies. Alright guys. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pan this out. Hopefully we've got some gold in it. If not, this spot may not be worth mining, and that's okay. We'll move on to another one. Alright guys, I wanted to show you the box. It's holding material correctly. There's plenty of black sands, and there's probably some gold right there in the indicator mount somewhere. But I mainly wanted to show you my tailings pile. That's 2.5 buckets, maybe 2 buckets, I don't know. But that's a great test. But look at this. Look at those gemstones, guys. Look at this. Get some water on that jade for you. Huge piece of jade up top. Looks like a brain almost, right? Huge pieces of quartz. Tons of black sands. And look at this. Let me wash this off. That is limestone. That is bedrock. Ionized limestone, cave systems, and bedrock. See it? Sorry, I was putting off a glare there, but you can get a good idea. That's the blackjack limestone. When you're seeing that, you're going to see gold, and you're going to see gemstones. Look at these gemstones, man. There's all kinds of gemstones in there. There's red carnelians, quartz, river jade, all kinds of stuff. And then we're going to see what kind of gold we get real quick like. Look at that gold, man. What? Look at that gold. That is what I'm talking about, man. I'm still at the river, guys. Look at that gold. I'm still at the river, guys. Look at this shit. Bro, you can see it from here. Look at that gold, man. Like, what? I just did my last clean out. I got about 2 or 3 buckets in, man. I'm probably 2 buckets, 2 full buckets. I'm standing in a hole. There's all my gemstones. There's all the gemstones that came out. There's so many I can't take them home. There's so many gemstones. Dude, they're too heavy. I can't take them all home. Look at my tailings piles. Bro, I just kept running. I got 2.5 buckets maybe. That's really good, man. That's really good. Hit the like, share, subscribe, guys. Modern Prospector out. Alright, guys. Here is the gold. Out of 2 buckets. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's about 12 specks per bucket. I don't know. Pretty good sized pieces. Look at the flakes there, man. There's a bigger flake in the bottom. Right there. Nice round flakes in the center. And look at these. Those are nice pieces for Oklahoma. Top left. Look at that bigger, chunkier piece of gold. There's 4 or 5, maybe 6 specks right there in the screen. And then there's 6 or 7 over here. Man, that's really good gold, guys. For Oklahoma, that's fucking nice.